Flemming here, aka Flemming the Process Larsen, back with another hybrid boxing video. This video is all about footwork, namely Ray Robinson's. Introduced to the boxing scene by the late great Sugar Ray Robinson. Ray Robinson's allows you to close the distance to your opponent, to move away from your opponent in a manner that makes it hard for your opponent to hit you as you are moving in or moving out. I always hit Bob and he keeps coming back for more. Why is that? Short answer, he likes it. If you like this video, you should come back for more too. And the best way to do that is just as quick as a 1, 2, hit like, hit subscribe. It actually helps the YouTube algorithm and that helps me to make more videos for you. And as you are enjoying this content, don't forget to share it with your friends so they can enjoy it with you. I appreciate you. Here's what you have to do. I'm back. When learning Ray Robinson's, you can divide the footwork into two basic elements. The first element being shuffling and the second element being slipping. I'm also going to cover how to pivot. If you add the pivot to the Ray Robinson's, you get a really useful tool. Now, shuffling is a basic skill and slipping is a basic skill. Combining both together makes it an intermediate to advanced skill. So, let me explain shuffling to you. We already know that stepping forward is done with the lead leg followed by the rear leg. Lead, rear, lead, rear. And stepping backwards is done with the rear leg followed by the lead, rear, lead, rear, lead. Always moving the leg that's in the direction we're moving first. Shuffling is the directly opposite. If you want to shuffle forward, you start with your rear leg. And a beginner mistake when shuffling would be to bring the feet all the way together like this. Because when the feet are all the way together, your balance is not good. And you want to stay balanced all the time. So in shuffling, move both feet equally. Sorry, that was stepping. Shuffling, move both feet equally. But don't bring the feet all the way together. Bring the feet some of the way and some of the way. Like this. This way you still have balance as you're moving. So shuffling forward, rear, lead. Rear, lead. Rear, lead. Shuffling backwards, lead, rear. Lead, rear. Lead, rear. So you can see stepping is a more careful approach. And shuffling is a quicker approach. So you can close the distance faster with shuffling, gaining more ground. But shuffling straight in towards your opponent like this is begging for trouble. He will simply strike you with a stop punch as you're coming in or step to the side and counter you. So you want to make it difficult for the opponent. And how can we make it difficult for the opponent to predict where to hit? By slipping. And the basic slip is if I want to slip to my left, I turn towards my left, putting my weight on the left leg, the lead leg. Like this. And bending a little forward. Coming back to the middle, slipping to the right, I turn towards the right, putting the weight on the rear leg, the right leg, and then forward a little. Like this. Now, shuffling is a basic skill. Slipping is a basic skill. Combining the two into Ray Robinson's is an intermediate to advanced skill. I'm going to show you how to perform the Ray Robinson's, starting out very slowly in tier 1. So before I start, I don't start from neutral. Before I start, I'm already placing the weight on the lead leg. Now, as I move, I start by moving my rear leg in a shuffle. But as the rear leg is moving, I'm coming up from the slip. Coming up from the slip like this. And as the lead leg is landing, I'm dropping in a slip to the other side like this. My weight is now on the rear leg. I start by moving the rear leg up. As the rear leg moves up, I'm coming up in the middle. As the lead leg is landing, I'm slipping to the other side. This has no flow. This is tier 1, where you can feel and see the shifts and the timing of each movement. So I'm not starting a complete shuffle and then moving like this. I'm already in a slip. As the rear leg is moving, I come up. As the lead leg is moving, I slip. As the rear leg is moving, I come up. As the lead leg is moving, I slip. That's Ray Robinson's. In tier 2, it is slow with flow. So not stopping in between, but one continuous movement. Starting here, like this. Starting here, like this. That was forward. Backwards is the exact same. I'm already leaning over my right leg. As my lead leg moves back, I move up. As my rear leg moves out, I slip to this side. As my lead leg moves back, I move up. As my rear legs move back, I slip to this side. Start with the weight over my rear leg. As my lead leg is moving up, I come up. As my rear leg is moving back, I slip. As my lead leg is moving back, I come up. As the lead leg is moving back, I slip. That's tier 1. Tier 2, moving backwards. Here. And moving backwards. Here. Timing the feet with the shifting of the head. That's the challenge in Ray Robinson's. And then you want to practice moving forward, keeping the slipping going as you end, and then shifting to backwards. As I'm moving in, I keep slipping. When I slip to the right, I move back. Keeping slipping, moving forward, moving backwards, moving forward, moving backwards. Start slowly. Shift. Tier 2, slow with flow. Shift. That's how you build. As I move towards the camera, if I want to finish near the camera by pivoting off to one side or pivoting it off to the other side, so I don't land it directly in front of the opponent. Then I must decide which side I want to pivot to. And that decision is not mine consciously. That decision is, as I land in front of the opponent, if my head is to this side, then I simply swing my hip this way, pivoting to my left when I slip to the left. If I'm slipping to the right, as I land, I swing my hip, pivoting to the right. So where the hit goes, the pivot goes. Going 1, 2, 1, 2, pivot. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, pivot. So start with a slip. Like this. Start with a slip. Like this. Moving forwards and backwards without stopping, adding the pivot at the end. Pivot, back. Pivot, back, and ready to move on. Same thing, tier 2. Ray Robinsons in tier 1 and in tier 2, moving forward and moving backwards. Ray Robinsons in tier 1 and tier 2, moving forwards and moving backwards with the pivot. And Ray Robinsons in tier 1 and tier 2, moving forwards and backwards without stopping and adding the pivot at the end. You can see, Ray Robinsons are a very useful tool, allowing you to close the distance, create distance in a safe manner. Allowing you to close the distance and get off to one side. So it's not an easy thing to learn, but start slowly, add a little speed, go back to doing it slowly if you have any doubts, add a little speed again, and build, build, build. That's the way to learn. Start in tier 1 and in tier 2, and then once you are there, you can go to tier 3 if you want. It's not an easy thing to get the Ray Robinsons down, but if you start in tier 1, move to tier 2, maybe back to tier 1, move to tier 2, building towards tier 3, then you will get it. And once you got it, then you have a tool that allows you to move in and move away from your opponent in a safer manner, giving you more confidence when you have to close the distance, allowing you to move away without getting clipped on the way out. I hope you could use it. This is filming from Denmark, saying salute. See you on the next one.